will definitely blast him. I probably need to reposition a little bit. Let's see, is there
Perfect.
I will take that, and
Yeah, you can go to the main website,
blast.
Crazy. That's a hit, 15. You hit him for, plus he's hexed, you hit him for a total of 7 damage, and he's really starting to stagger around now. Doesn't look like he's almost on his last leg almost. So you can go ahead and finish up your movement free. Farland, you're up. You're invisible. So you can do as you choose, sir.
I had a question for about being invisible. Would I get advantage on an attack roll?
Yeah, absolutely, I'll give you an advantage on because he doesn't know where you're at. It's not like it's not like using stealth. Like if you use stealth and tried to hide, obviously you're not going to be able to because number one, it's going to be able to see you, and plus you were engaged with it, so that's totally different than invisibility. Yeah, there's a huge confusion and misconception between stealth and invisibility. Yeah, he has no clue where you're at, so absolutely you are going to get advantage.
Next question:
if it's an attack roll,
ray. The scorching ray. Would all 3 rays be at
first one?
Or the first
it would be the first one. Yep.
Like we kind of did with the fail.
Yep.
Last time. All right, gotcha. I just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, that's great. You definitely get advantage on that first attack, so go for it.
If I was going, yeah. And he's wobbling.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's It looks like he's seen better days. I mean, the magic has definitely pretty much sealed his fate.
Yeah, I'm taking no chances.
But you've seen Quellen, lodge like 3 arrows into him. Gim's like smashed his head, but it doesn't seem like the hits affected him.
Okay, I'm gonna try to burn him up again.
All right, Scorching Ray.
Scorching Ray.
All right, go for it. First one's with advantage. So you pop invisible, wow.
Right.
You hit him with all 3 rays. Wow. Doing 25 damage, basically catching him on fire, and now he is dead. The lycanthrope falls over on the ground, and as this happens, the flame dissipates. Because your scorching rays actually catch him on fire, and then he dissipates, and you see him. He's starting to, basically change back into revert to himself, and the wolf disappears. And
he disappears.
Yeah, the wolf disappears, and you see the tracker on the ground again, and he's basically in really bad shape. I mean, he's barely breathing.
Okay, normally I would be running, but I'm gonna go kneel down beside him.
Okay, yeah, he's in bad. He's definitely in really bad shape.
Darkseeker. Kind of slap him on the cheek a little bit.
What?
What's wrong?
Where am I? I can't do Hank. Where am I? What happened? What happened to me? Were we ambushed?
You turned into a monster.
What, Bobby? Bobby, is that you? Bobby?
Yeah, it's me, Bobby.
Oh no! I was hoping that I wasn't affected by that. Was anybody hurt? I'm so sorry.
You almost had me for lunch.
You almost bit me. You should tell us these kind of things, you idiot.
What are you?
He's a werewolf.
I'm Terrlen, but I thought I was cursed, and I paid a traveler to get rid of the curse, and I guess it was a scam. Oh, and then he passes out.
Okay, I'm gonna
bind him.
All right, give me a medicine check.
And I'm gonna do some water. kind of patch him up. Try to.
Yeah, just give me a DC. If you got a healing kit, Gim, just take a charge from the healing kit, and he doesn't have to worry about it.
Okay.
So, all right. So if you use, deduct the charge from your healing kit, and he's stabilized. You can see that he's breathing very lightly.
Let me see if I got one.
Yeah, he's very shallow breaths, but he's definitely stable. If you have a healing kit.
Does the cleric have spare the dying?
The cleric, she does have Spirit of Dying. I think she's on the phone. I think.
Yes, I do know.
Hey, Cam, I got a healing
It's a
kit
free
if you need one.
cantrip to spare his dying butt.
I'm sorry, what was that?
It's a free cantrip to spare his dying butt.
She was on the phone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So this is what happened, Ren.
I can use that healing kit. Thank you.
Yeah, as Farland killed off the werewolf, he caught on fire. The fire dissipated, and the werewolf basically turned back into Terrlen. And Gim went over to, he started speaking with the party, basically telling everybody that he was cursed, but he thought that the curse was taken care of by this wandering traveler. And then he says, "I guess the curse wasn't," and then he passed out. So, if you want to use Spare the Dying, you can, because you can tell that he's still breathing, but he's not in good shape.
Well, healing kit and use it on our guide after I bind him. And I'm going to let his feet out. But I'm going to bind his
There's no
hands
use
behind
in
his back.
binding him. In human form, he'll be stuck, but we don't mind him there. In werewolf form, them ropes won't hold. Chains are better, and probably silver to do it.
Well, let's get him back to town and make the appropriate action. We haven't been too far out. Let's just get on back to town. We don't have a guide.
We do have another option to get into the fortress. So.
How far are we out?
You've been traveling probably about an hour or so.
Just an hour.
Yeah.
So we're just halfway there.
Yeah, you're about halfway there.
Let's go ahead and hurry back and bring him home.
Okay, you want
Take
to
him home.
take him back home?
What phase is the moon in right now?
You have no clue. You can't see it. You're in the middle of a mountain, so there's really no way that you could tell.
He left marks, so and we'll follow those marks.
Yeah, he left marks on me too.
Yeah, he did. All right, so you guys get back to Seven Pillared Halls. Okay, you get him taken into his pigeonhole, and Ren, you can do whatever kind of medical assistance that you would like to do for him.
Yep, so I already cast it Spare the Dying. So let's go ahead and cast.
He's stabilized for sure. Okay, you want to use go ahead and deduct. Yeah, that's good because as you kind of put his the part of his scalp was ripped off and all of those massive wounds from you attacking him, they all start to kind of heal up a little bit, as you're administering, your clergy, as you're, applying medicine to him. So, you get your ointments and stuff from everything that you know how to do, and you get him taken care of, stabilized. Now it looks like he just pretty much needs rest.
Okay. This is a big surprise. I think I'm going to go to the store and see if I can find me a silver weapon. If this happens once, it's going to happen again. But I don't want to be without any...
Silver.
Yeah.
That's a good idea again. You should take my sword, or if you could find a sword for me that's silver inlaid, please get me one as well.
So I guess you're probably going to stay there and keep an eye on Terrlen for a little bit?
I'm going to keep an eye on him as well.
Yeah, let's like stay.
And ask why he changed, if he's conscious enough to answer a question.
Yeah, as you're there,
I'm not
you don't see he's not coming to. He's basically out. All right.
Since I know I
Okay.
can hurt him, I'll stay. But I wouldn't mind a healing kit if you could pick one up for me, and I hand him the requisite gold.
Very good.
Adam, need the gold?
Yes, sir.
How much? They're 50 gold apiece.
One healing kit has multiple charges in it.
Yep.
I'll take just one.
Yep, 10 charges. Yep. All right. So silvered weapons. Let's
How do I
read
subtract
about
gold?
silver weapons. Some monsters that have immunity or resistance to non-magical weapons are susceptible to silver weapons. So cautious adventurers invest extra coin to plate their weapons with silver. You can silver a single weapon or 10 pieces of ammunition for 100 gold. So, if you do want your weapons silvered, you can have that done. And actually, you can have that done. Gendar, he has silver weapons available. So if you want the silvered weapon, you can have the choice. The weapon of your choice. He's got it. So it's going to cost you 100 gold. It's going to cost you a little bit. So Ren, you would basically deduct 100 gold and then make sure you write on your weapon that it's silvered. Gim, same thing with your maul. Quillen, if you're going to buy ammunition, it's basically 10 pieces of silvered ammo for 100 gold. Pretty expensive.
Well, Dave, I think I'm gonna. Well, it's not my real character, but if it was my character,
Go for it.
I would have my main hand short sword silvered, so I ain't got to worry about running out of those 10 bolts.
Yeah.
I always have a silver sword, so I do my
Perfect.
short sword.
Sounds
silver.
good. Yeah, I think he's got two. I think he's a 2-weapon fighting with this. So if you want to do both of them, go for it. It's 200 gold. It'll just save it from him to having to do it later.
Yeah, I got 110 in gold, and a gems is 120. Is that still considered 100?
Yeah, deduct 100 from gems, so he'd have 20 gems left, and then 100 gold, and then you're good to go. And then both of his weapons are silvered. So
How do I deduct?
you go into edit mode in the top right when you open up the character sheet.
Gotcha.
Yeah, go into edit mode. It's not one of those fancy dancy 5e sheets, but I use these because they're less cumbersome and stuff, and easier to, instead of flipping through all those tabs and stuff, you just look on one sheet.
Alright, I subtracted the 50 gold that I'm giving to our shopper here to go get things. Should I add the pack now, or should I
Sure,
wait?
yeah, add medicine kit times 10. Well, 10 and then 10 charges of medicine kit. Yeah, absolutely. So you get your
Medicine
kit.
is how much?
Gim gets it for you.
100
Ren,
gold?
50 for the kit. Yeah, 100 gold for your hammer, Gim, and 200 gold for Quillen's 2 swords. Ren, yours was 100. So wow, you guys spent some money. Gendar appreciates it. Gendar appreciates your business. He says, normally I would, I really, just with the price of silver, it's just such a hot commodity, and I just can't give you a discount. But if you find that scepter, I'm sure that will work something out. I really could use that scepter.
Anybody know the weight of a medicine kit off the top?
3 pounds.
Thank you.
Hey, Dave, could I take a short rest, do some arcane recovery in his humble bold there?
Yeah, sure. We'll see that Gim's gone for an hour. So if you want to, get your arcane recovery for you being a mage, that's fine.
And use hit die?
Yeah, if you want to use hit die heals, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
So everybody,
This is all I need.
everybody got their silvered weapons. Good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, poor Terrlen. He thought that the curse was cured. I guess
Okay.
not.
I'm going to silver my Warhammer. I'm buying a healing kit and one healing potion.
You all you need to do is deduct 150, and you got the healing potion and your silvered weapon. Benjamin, thank you again, man. I appreciate it, man. Totally appreciate it, man. 9 months. I can't believe it's 9 months, man. Well, you guys are totally quiet tonight. Totally quiet. So you've got old Ren. He's resting up pretty nice. So old Terrlen, I'm sorry. You basically know, Ren, that he just needs rest right now. He'll heal it. He'll heal up for sure. It's just gonna take time.
Alright, so let's go. It looks like he'll get better within the next few days with rest. We should probably go and find the others at what was it, Gandar's?
Gendar?
Really?
They just went to Gundar's Curiosities, whatever it was. Yeah. They just went there Gendar's. You got your weapon.
If we don't know the way, maybe we should side quest to the bugbears until our guide is healed.
Well, nobody knows where the bugbears is. That's the whole thing. They're not in one location per se. Their crimes are happening in random places, unfortunately.
The other option we have is that Gundar is making another shipment to the fortress, so we should see if he's still doing another shipment, or if that opportunity has passed us by.
Oh, Gendar? Oh, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure he told you that he was going to hold off on the shipping because of everything that was going on. I can't hear you, Ren. I can't hear you, Ren. Sorry. I see you talking. Oh my goodness, my TeamSpeak went down. Sorry, my TeamSpeak went down. My TeamSpeak went down. Third. Okay, so what were you saying now, Ren?
Oh, then Gundar has another is holding off on making his shipments, and he's holding it off for us if we want to go along with it.
Yeah, I think Gendar told you that he was holding the shipment because of everything that was going on lately. With the sackings and this bugbear gang that's out there. I think he said that he was holding up on the caravan, but didn't he say that he was sending a messenger back to Bearwin in Winterhaven, saying that the deal was made? And well, anyway, if he didn't tell you, he did send a messenger back to Winterhaven, even though the messenger probably hasn't gotten there yet. He is alerting Bearwin that he did make the trade with you. You have the item in question, and you're here in the Seven Pillared Halls doing some other things. So don't get worried. They didn't take off with your stuff, basically. So he basically is letting Bearwin know that you guys are here.
Okay, since he's not going to send that shipment, why don't we go back up on the surface and take care of this situation up there, and then come back. Our guide should be healed by then, and I personally am going to go and find out the cycle of the moon.
Gendar does know the location of Honored Hold. He does remember last time he did tell you that he does know the location, but you told him
we
that.
don't know the side.
Yeah.
Side.
Well,
we don't want to get attacked all the way there.
Yeah, he knows that there's multiple sides, but seeing that you did show a little bit of interest on going and getting his scepter back for him, he can give you the correct way to get there and the safest route to get there, and you'll be approaching from the eastern side of the hold,
not the south.
No. That you're going to be entering, getting there the same way as Terrlen was gonna get you there, the safest way.
Okay.
But
I feel pretty good with that. But we have a ranger amongst us.
He just wants to make sure you're going to try to do everything you can to get the scepter back, and if anything, if you get captured, he's going to deny everything because he does business with Glimmersoul too. So he's going to deny everything if you guys get captured, interrogated, etc., etc. He's going to deny it, and he's just being upfront with you and telling you that.
All right, let's get on with it.
All right. So you leave Terrlen in his pigeonhole, and Ren, he's starting to recover for sure, because you've been keeping the ointments on him, all this, giving him some remedies, some broths that that also does do some mending of wounds, and he definitely seems stable. And he seems like all he needs is just rest now. He's definitely not going to be able to make this trip, that's for sure. So, as you guys head back out onto the Dark Road, you're traveling east, and the way that, Rendar, he does send you, Gendar is correct. You guys follow this all the way until you find a deep chasm. There's like a chasm or chasm, however you want to say it. There's a deep chasm, and just like what he's explaining, as you're following the chasm around, you can see that you can see what appears to be a bridge that is kind of going over this chasm. And then as your dark vision kind of you get into a little bit more of a range of this, you can start to see that there is a concrete fortress in front of you. And then you can see lights starting to appear throughout the windows, lights coming out of the windows, and you can see some sconces on the balconies. And now you guys are in the midst of this massive, beautiful hold, this old minotaur fortress. And I'm going to switch you guys over to a new map now. Now, where you guys are at is in a very discreet location. I'll move you guys over real quick.
Hey Dave.
Hello.
Was the route here easy to follow?
The route was easy to. Yeah, there was really no tracking check needed or nothing like that.
Okay, so we can just we know our way back pretty easy.
Yeah, you guys marked everything. That's what Quillen is usually doing, marking as they go back. Okay, so as you guys can see here, let's kind of zoom out on the map a little bit. At first it may look a little confusing, but you guys are on the ledge here. And you can see here is the chasm. This is the chasm, reaching across. Across this chasm, you can see that there's this balcony here. Can you guys see where I'm pinging? That is like the balcony of this hold. You can't see the walls because of the dynamic lighting, but you do see the fortress. And you can see how deep this chasm is. It goes down into darkness. Now, as you look over here, this area here, this is one of those passageways that you see going over, basically the chasm. Here's another one here. Well, there's another one past it, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. But there is also another one. So you guys are here. You're behind a big rock, But as you guys start to approach, you see that there's a massive portcullis that is closed, and you see that it's not closed behind the portcullis, but you can hear what appears to be some type of speaking.
I cannot see past the end of the bridge.
You're not supposed to. It's all dynamic lighting. It's the walls of the keeps.
Well, I don't see my character either.
Oh. You can't see your character?
Oh, there I am. Okay.
I was moving you around the map there again. I should have moved everybody back, but there you go. Everybody's back here. But this is the ledge that you're on. Like, this is a wall here. This is a wall. This is all dynamic lighting. So I tried to, when I made this map, I tried to get the effect of a gorge, and like, you just can't la-di-da-di-da and just walk across this, or you're going to fall to your death, basically. So yeah, you're on the edge here. This is a huge boulder that's in front of you.
Dave, what do I
Right
see
here.
in that doorway?
Inside of the doorway, you can all of a sudden an orc. An orc walks in front of this doorway, kind of looks out and sniffs a little bit, grunts, and then walks to the side of this, out of your vision.
I'm gonna hide elf.
Yeah,
Whatever that is, and
from where you're at, you can definitely tell that this hold consists of 3 strongholds in one. And they're all connected by these concrete bridges that are going over the deep chasm. And this thing is deep. It is pitch black. You can't see the bottom of this. So if you fall, you're going to take. Chances are.
Say bye-bye.
Yeah, you don't know if you're going to fall in the water. You don't know what's going to happen. But
you better be holding your trusty feather.
yeah, I tried to get the effect of that. I think it. I hope the map isn't too confusing for you. But yeah, basically the Horn Hold lied about 2 miles away from the 7-pillared hall, and it was basically south to southeast off of the Road of Shadows. You guys are here at the chasm. You see the gate, and you can see the lantern shining light. I'm trying to give you a little bit more information.
Can we see that second bridge?
You can, yeah, I would say you could see it. It's kind of maybe higher than the other one. So yeah, you can see that there's 2 bridges there. Yeah, the first one and the second one.
Only because of the torches on it, though.
Yeah, and you can see there's this hold here, which is pretty low, the one that you're looking at, and then the one across the gorge is up on the other side of the chasm, up a little bit higher, and then you can see off behind the main hold where you're looking at now. There's another hold off in the distance behind it that's kind of, the towers are kind of protruding up a little bit higher behind this. So what you can tell, it looks like there's 3 different holds connecting all of this together as one. Operation, thank you very much for the follow, Operation. Appreciate it.
Well, yours truly is going to go over by that door and do a perception check.
Yeah, let me give you really quick. Let me give you a handout also. That's going to give you a little bit more of a idea on how this actually looks. So this is pretty much where you guys are at right now. This is pretty much what it looks like. The concrete bridges going over the chasm. I don't know why this picture has fire and yellow flame coming up from under it, but you can see that the holds are made out of concrete. I mean, beautiful architecture. Definitely architecture of the dwarves. But you know that, you know, in dwarven history and in, you know, the libraries of Hammerfast game, you know that the dwarves always did a lot of work for the minotaurs. So yeah, you would think just by looking at it, this is probably dwarvish architecture.
It puts the smiles on my face.
Yeah, man, it's withstood the test of time. So yeah, this path wound all the way along this deep chasm, and as you rounded the corner, it revealed everything in front of you. The path is ending near this fortress where the portcullis blocks the way. You guys can get into the portcullis, but you also know that there is at least one orc in there watching. And then, you know, you can also see over several minutes of you surveying the area, you can actually see several more different orcs. You know, you can see that there was an orc. Went over to, looks like there's a lot of supplies in here from where you guys are at. You can kind of see inside of this. Looks like they're cooking something, and you can see several orcs from time to time go over and grab something from the fire pit, and then walk away with it eating.
Do I smell pork?
You can give me a perception check, see if you smell pork. If you're gonna smell the boar.
Dave, what familiar do I have?
Do what now?
What familiar do I have?
I think he has several different ones. There's like a cat, and let me tell you 1 second. We haven't really talked about the familiars that much, so we'll just kind of leave the familiars out of the game tonight, because he and I still need to get on the same wavelength with that, because there's several options that we're supposed to be talking about. I just haven't seen them, so.
Yeah, I just didn't know if I had anything that could possibly fly and go around the other way.
Yeah, he's got familiars. I know he was wanting like 5 or 6 different familiars. I just need to get with him and finalize that, because I need to make character sheets for all those familiars. So, all right, Gimli, you smell something, but you don't know if it's pork. It could be pork, could be chicken, it could be dwarf. You're not too sure, but something smells mighty good inside of that complex, especially for being an orc, being cooked by orcs. Something definitely smells good, Gim. But you can tell this place is quite illuminated. There's a lot of lanterns.
That's curious.
On the side of it, you know, like across the chasm, there's lanterns on sconces. You know, lighting coming inside of here. The other windows that you see off into the distance, a lot of them have light. Several of them don't, but several of those have light also. What do you guys think?
Well, I'm ready to enter, except for I'm on the side, and I'm waiting for the crew.
Give me a stealth check, Gim, to see how stealthy you are walking up to this portcullis. And I believe that you're going to have disadvantage because you're in a heavy armor. So I think your stealth roll already has 2 rolls built into it. If it doesn't, then we'll have to fix that. Odd me, it could be Hobbit stew, but I don't know if it would. Oh, Gim, you were able to sneak up there. You know, no orcs came to the portcullis. So what do you guys think?
Well, dwarf, do you think it can be lifted?
Nobody. I don't think anybody here.
I imagine you to be much stronger than I.
Oh yeah, actually,
We'll
Ren speaks orc.
in there, I think.
I got your back, Gim.
Hey, Gim.
Assuming the portcullis is down.
The portcullis is closed. Absolutely.
Hey, Gim, before you lift it, can you see anybody by the mechanism that opens it?
I'm at the side of the door. I can't see inside.
Yeah, you can tell. Yeah, the dynamic lighting is preventing that. But the portcullis, again, as you're kind of looking at the hinges and stuff, this is not a portcullis that goes up into the ceiling. This portcullis actually swings outward, so it's not a rising or lowering one. But you can tell that it is locked. So you can do a couple things here. You can try to maybe pick the lock, or if you would just want to use brute force, break it down, lift it up, you can do that too.
Well,
But
do that.
yeah, inside, and especially Ren, seeing that you're the only one that speaks Orc, you can actually hear them inside here, and it seems like they're either playing some type of Orc game, or maybe something else. But you can definitely tell that there's probably alcohol involved, there's food involved, and there possibly could be some kind of game or fun involved also, because they're getting a little loud and rowdy in there.
Well, what I can, it sounds like they're speaking Orc in the back. I could probably ask them to come out, probably pretend that there's a shipment coming along.
Oh, so some parlay maybe.